Hey everybody, what's going on? How are we all doing today? Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. Swords Comic, what's good? How are we doing today? So glad to have you here. I really like Swords Comic is amazing. If you don't know what Swords Comic is, go check it out. It's like it's so good. Yeah. Confirming, I saw you say test. Oh, it's not a test. I just do that to make sure that I can see the chat in like the window that I have. Thank you all for stopping by, hanging out today. Appreciate you. Today we're going to be ranking all of the new D&D classes. I haven't looked yet. Yeah, that's exactly. So we're just I'm not really gonna rank them against 2014. This is just gonna be like 20 by themselves, just like taking a look at them. Not really trying to compare against the 2014 ones, but I do want to compare the 2024 ones against each other, like for sure. I have a whole I made a whole ranking tier ranker thing, so it'll be good. I'm also over on Twitch as well, so please feel free to stop on over there. Nope, and that one is... There we go. Cool. not 2014 versus 2024, just 2024 versus itself. Not... I'm ranking them... not against each other. Yeah. Like, I might one day, I could see in the future, maybe I'll do that in a couple of weeks, doing 2014 versus 2024, because right now what I want to do is I want to do the classes, just the class abilities, and then I want to do, next week, I want to do the subclasses, and then we could do 2014 versus 2024, would be good. And then, you know, I can move on to some other games like Shadow Dark. What other books do I have? Cosmere. I have a bunch of things. I got a few books we could go through, honestly. But yeah, I think it'll be super fun. Please let me know if my voice is too quiet or too loud, or the music's too loud or too quiet. You know me, I'd be having a hard time figuring out what's what. Okay, so I got that one. Cool. Alright. Just making sure I'm live everywhere. Yeah, cool. One second. Alright. I want to see someone do D&D 3E versus Pathfinder. So it would be 3.5, right? The music is a bit loud over your voice. Cool, that's good to know. Alright, I brought it down a few decibels. I don't have experience with 3rd edition. I mean, I guess I could just, like, we could look at it together. I don't see why not. But that's definitely something to see. I could totally do a video of that. I think people would enjoy that. But there's something I really want to show you. So I got some really cool stuff. You can see it, like, right behind me in the thing. I got some really cool, a Kickstarter from, like, 2 years ago finally came in, and it's like magnetic dungeon terrain, but also like a fold out pop-up book. It's really cool. Check this out. Hold on. Okay. So I threw this together in like 2 minutes, right? So they got this this terrain. Okay, I need to show it better. Right? I don't know how to. It's so cool. But it came with like a couple of these like 2D things, right? But it's, I don't know, can you hear it? Can you right? And then so this is the bass is magnetic too. Oh my God, come on. There we go. Right? It's pretty sweet. And so I got a bunch of it. It's this 2D. It's so cool. They did a really good job. And then what happened is so I got that. There is, and then I got a bunch of big tiles. Imagine the tiles that are like double long, so like this, and then also a big square. And there's a bunch of those, and a bunch of these like walls. And then I also got the same thing in like a forest terrain, and also like a city kind of terrain, a city like stone terrain. It's really sweet. But here's the thing I want to show you. This is so cool. Check this out. You're gonna be like, wait, what? I'm checking, right? Like I said, it's like foldable terrain, and then all I gotta do is just put in this little come on, right? Come on. Right, and then it holds up like that. How cool is how cool is this? How cool! This is so sweet! Like, I can't wait to use this. Probably gonna use it tomorrow. And like I said, it just came in yesterday, so it still needs to be like, this is like the second time I'm unfolding it. Like, it's got two sides. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? What's going on? Do you play D&D? I play D&D. You roll dice? I roll dice. Stop on by. Say hello. This is like, how cool is this? Yahoo! And then it came with also like, yeah, like I said, more like magnetic tiles, and then like this, I think this is magnetic too. Oh no, it's not. And then it also came with a big encounter book. I mean, so yeah, it's called Stonefold Kingdoms is what it's called, and it was a like I said, a Kickstarter from a couple years ago. Moved over from Insta. It was weirdly quiet. Huh, that is weird. Oh no, did the music stop? Nope, song just switching. Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. Hey, face needs a brush. Yeah, it's really cool. I'm really excited. But so there's a whole encounter book. How long? Like, and yeah, let me show you the. So there's a bunch of encounters, all these different types of terrain. But let me see if I can get to. Yeah, they did ice. I couldn't like, you know, it would be so much to get all this stuff. I really want to run one of these at my game tomorrow. I think it'll be super fun. Come on. No, man. There's photos. There's a bunch of photos in here. I swear to Bob. Here we go. Yeah. See? Look at that. All of these different, yeah, there we go. There's, like a city thing. And then there's more dungeon stuff. There, you could get like lights and stuff. I didn't get the lights or anything. There was like a snowy bridge. Yeah, see, you could get like a bunch of these things and put them all together also, which was super cool. And then you could also, yeah, they had a bunch of them. It was really cool, but I only got like I only got like some basic stuff. But yeah, I thought y'all would enjoy this. I really wanna, like, how cool. They did some really cool stuff. And this is from the people that did and then so there's like encounters and like the small ones. There's ones for like single sets, like just this, which would be like a single encounter, maybe 2 encounters. And then these are longer, like the mega, like these are longer adventures, and these are just like a couple encounters back together. So pretty cool. Like, ooh, like this is a big foot. It tells you which ones you need. 6th level adventure. That's pretty cool. Awesome. Let's see. Do. All right, let me put this away. Do. All right. Ah, there we go. Yeah, like I said, there's that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. They had a bunch of stuff. There we go. Yeah. And then there was a bunch of like the forest thing came with a bunch of trees and stuff. So it's pretty cool. And and there's a bunch of like single like doors and like things like this too to decorate it. They did a good job. Wait, where'd the other, where'd it go? I don't find it, my dog's gonna eat it. Oh no, where did it go? Oh, I'll find it later. Awesome, yeah, please let me know if, oh, no, please let me know if, the music or my voice is too loud or too quiet or anything. Right. Get started here in a moment. There we go. Hey everybody, thank you for stopping by and hanging out. Appreciate you. All right. Let's see. Okay, so we are going to rank the new D&D classes. I got them all here in, nope, there we go, in tier maker. What is it called? Yeah, tier maker. So which one should I start with? No, we'll just start with barbarian. Alphabetical order, of course. I really like the like the art is like, they did such a good job with the art, like holy cow. But then right here, you know, for first time players, it's really nice to like, what is it? They're all 1 sentence description. And then it describes the class as a 1 sentence description, and then the subclass is a 1 sentence description, which is like pretty cool. I thought they did a good job at that, like making it super simple. But yeah, barbarian. So core barbarian traits, you know, strength based, that D12 hit die, strength and con saving throws is pretty good. The skill proficiencies is decent. You get the armor training and the weapon proficiencies. You start out with a nice axe. The great axe. And then we have Rage, which is pretty good. You start out with 2, we end up with 6 rages at the end, and then your rage damage also goes up as well, and you get more weapon masteries too, so like that's pretty cool. You regain 1 rage when you finish a short rest, and you regain all of them on a long rest, so that's pretty good. The resistances to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing are nice. You deal the extra rage damage, advantage on strength checks and saving throws. You can't concentrate on spells. And you can't use heavy armor. Hey, Mr. Alien, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Let's go. Bam. And we... duration. The rage lasts until the end of your next turn, and it ends early if you don heavy armor or have the incapacitated condition. If your rage is still active on your next turn, you can extend the rage for another round by doing one of the following. Make an attack roll against an enemy, force an enemy to make a saving throw, or take a bonus action to extend your range. Each time the rage is extended, it lasts until the end of your next turn. You can maintain a rage for up to 10 minutes. That's pretty good. We have unarmored defense is armor class plus dexterity and constitution, and you can still use a shield, which is nice. The art is just so good. We have weapon mastery, which is really nice. And you start out with 2 weapon masteries, and then in tier 2 you have 3, and then starting in tier 3 you get 4 weapon masteries, and that's pretty good. Like 4 is a lot already. But the weapon masteries are kind of nice. Like with, where is it? The great axe is cleave. So if you hit a creature with a melee attack roll, you can possibly hit a second creature within 5 feet of that first creature. So you might always be able to hit 2 creatures with every attack, which is super sick. And then with the hand axes, like if you just take this starting equipment, I would take weapon mastery for great axes and hand axes. And so with hand axes, it's Vex. So when you hit a creature with this weapon and deal damage to the creature, you have advantage on your next attack roll against the creature before your end of your next turn. So that's pretty sick. And because it's a I think you can dual wield them and do offhand attack also. And then we get Danger Sense. You get advantage on dexterity saving throws unless you have incapacitated. Which is pretty good. Reckless Attack. When you make your first attack roll on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly. Doing so gives you advantage on attack rolls using strength until the start of your next turn. But attack rolls against you have advantage on that. Like, Reckless Attack is pretty awesome. It's a really good. We're not doing the subclasses yet. Primal Knowledge, you get another proficiency skill. And then you can also use strength in... You can use a strength check instead of acrobatics, intimidation, perception, stealth, or survival. Which is pretty sweet. Okay. Ability score improvement, extra attack. Level 5. Oh, your speed increases by 10 feet. That's nice. Advantage on initiative rolls. Instinctive Pounce. As part of the bonus action you take to enter your rage, you can move up to half your speed. Whoa. That's really cool. Brutal Strike. If you use Reckless Attack, you can forego advantage. If the chosen attack roll hits, the target takes an extra 1d10 damage. And you can cause one Brutal Strike effect of your choice. Forceful Blow, the target's pushed 15 feet away from you. And then you can move up to half your speed straight towards them. Ooh. And then, or Hamstring Blow. The target's speed is reduced by 15 feet until the start of your next turn. Wow. Holy cow. That's really cool. Relentless Rage. If you drop to 0 hit points while your rage is active, you can make a con saving throw. If you succeed, your hit points change to a number equal to twice your barbarian level? Whoa. So, I mean, it will go to 22. Improved Brutal Strike. You have honed new ways to attack furiously. Now you can also do Staggering Blow. The target is disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes and can't make opportunity attacks. Whoa, that's pretty good. Sundering Blow. Before the start of your next turn, the next attack roll made by another creature against the target gains +5 bonus to the roll. Whoa. Okay, that's awesome. Persistent Rage. When you roll initiative, you regain all expended uses of rage. You can only do that once per day. In addition, your rage is so fierce it now lasts for 10 minutes without you needing to do anything to extend it? What? Improved Brutal Strike. The extra damage goes to 2d10 and you can use 2 different effects? That's wild. Strength check or strength saving throw. You can use that score in place of the total. Oh my god. That's really good. Epic Boon. Okay, and then Primal Champion. Your strength and con increases by 4. That's, man, this is real good. Holy cow. You get a lot of stuff as a barbarian. Wow. Okay, so is this A tier? Or is this S tier? I think if your goal is to deal a lot of damage and soak a lot of damage, like that it does its job. Drive by, you rock. Hey Ka, thank you so much. You rock, we rock. But is this A tier, S tier? You can then move. Oh man, some of these are real good. And then you also get the weapon masteries as well. Holy cow. So like, check this out. If we have the Great Axe. We use the Great Axe, right, with cleave. Right? So I'll do you only get extra attack once? Wait, do the new barbarians only get extra attack? Oh, it's only fighters that get 4 attacks then, huh? That's cool. Is that really? Huh. And then, yeah, because I don't see any other extra attacks here. Like, it doesn't say, oh, and at other levels. Advantage on initiative rolls. The target is pushed 15 feet away from you. Oh my god. You could push somebody 30 feet away. Like, that's wild. That's crazy. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna put this at, I'm starting at S tier. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what else to do. What do you think? Can you push straight up? No, I don't think so. Let me see. Cause that would be wild. No, cause it's 15 feet straight away from you. I mean, yeah, but you also gotta get to level 9. You can't push somebody up. That would be wild. But you can push them away from you. I mean, it's... Yeah, the target's pushed 15 feet straight away from you. Like, how does that work with cleave? If you hit a creature with a melee weapon, you can make an attack roll. On the hit, the second creature... Whoa. Would I... Oh, man. Whoa. If the attack roll hits... Man, that's crazy. Gnome, halfling, stand under. Yo, it would be so cool. Yeah, so that's S tier. We're putting barbarian in it. Man, you can't see this. There we go. Cool. Let's go to Bard. Yeah, that's a really good plan too. Standing under. Smart. Okay. Man, this art is just so good. Like, how is it so good? So this is a charisma based class. Hit die is a D8. You can choose any 3 skills. That's cool. You only get simple weapons. You get a bunch of tool proficiencies. Leather armor. That's nice. You get daggers, musical instrument, entertainer's pack. Comes with a bunch of stuff. I think you'd have a better weapon though. 2 daggers. Wow. So all these different things you see, yeah, so you start. Ooh, come on. You know, spellcasting, bardic inspiration, expertise, all the classic stuff. So we have bardic inspiration, which they can get it for an hour. It starts at a D6. Then we go at level 5, we get a D8. Level 10 is a D10. Level 15 is a D12. That's pretty good. Like, the bardic inspiration die is like so clutch. Whenever a creature fails a d20 test, they can roll it and add it to the number. Level 1 spellcasting, cantrips. One thing I really like is they did a lot of like recommendations in the for making characters in here. I really like that. It's super easy to make a quick character because of that. Spell slots, spells prepared. Whenever you gain a bard level, you can replace one spell on your list with another. So you can only change them when you gain a level. Holy cow. Charisma is your spellcasting ability, and you can use a musical instrument as a focus. Expertise in 2 skill proficiencies, which is really nice. And then at level 9, you get 2 more skill proficiencies to get expertise. Like, that's a really good. But do you see how there's not as many abilities here as there is for the barbarian? But that's because you get the magic as well. And then you get Jack of all trades. You can add half your proficiency to any ability check that you're not proficient in. Like, that's crazy. So like if you make an athletics check and you don't have proficiency, you add half your proficiency bonus, which at level 1 is a +1, which is better than nothing. Like, that's so cool. The Jack of all trades is a really cool ability. Then we go, you get your Bard subclass, ability score improvement, Font of Inspiration. You now regain all expended uses of Bardic Inspiration on a short or long rest, which is really nice. And then you can also expend a spell slot to regain a use of Bardic Inspiration. That's really cool. Man, the art is just so good. Holy cow. Counter Charm. If you or a creature within 30 feet fails a saving throw against an effect that applies the Charmed or Frightened condition, you can take a reaction to cause the save to be re-rolled, and the new roll has advantage. Whoa, that's really good. Wow. You've learned magical secrets. Whenever you can choose prepared spells from Bard, Cleric, Druid, and Wizard spell lists. Wow. That's really cool. You can like, getting spells from any of these spell lists is like a really big. And that's at level 10. Okay. Superior Inspiration. When you roll initiative, you regain expended uses of Bardic until you have two. If you have fewer than that. Epic Boon. Spell recall. And then Words of Creation. Therefore, you always have Power Word Heal and Power Word Kill prepared. When you cast either spell, you can target a second creature if that creature is within 10 feet of the first target. That's crazy. That's a little wild, right? And they got some good spells too. Minor Illusion, Message, Thunderclap. I mean, Vicious Mockery. True Strike is a lot better. Bane, such a good spell. Sleep, Unseen Servant, Identify Dissonant Whispers, Animal Messenger, See Invisibility, Hold Person, Knock, Shatter, Zone of Truth, Feign Death. Ooh, that's good. Tongues. That's a good one. Freedom of Movement, Phantasmal Killer, Hallucinatory Terrain, Mass Cure Wounds, Yolan's Regal Presence. And then level 6, level 7, they go all the way up to level 9. Ooh, Foresight? That's such a good spell. Like, True Polymorph Prismatic Wall? Ooh, that's totally a Prismatic Wall is such a bard spell. Wow. Such a bard spell. Ooh, power word stun is one of them. Ooh, that's nice. Glibness. What's glibness? Until the spell ends, when you make a charisma check, you can replace the number you roll with 15. Additionally, no matter what you say, magic that would determine if you are telling the truth indicates that you are being truthful. That's an 8th level spell to get around Zone of Truth, essentially. That's crazy. Dominate monster, befuddlement, Mordecaine's Mirage Arcane. A whole mile for 10 days? Whoa. That's really cool. Some of these like higher level spells would be really good for adventures. Mirage Arcane, Power Word Fortify. Yo, hey, yo, if you ever need, check this out. You up to 6 creatures, 100 in temporary hit points, which you divide among the spell's recipients. So that's really cool. Holy cow. What's symbol? Oh, cool. It does things. You can like draw a symbol on something and it does stuff. All right, so Bard class. All right, how do we feel? I think this is A tier for sure. We're gonna go. What do you think? A tier, S tier? How are we feeling about this one? Is Bard A tier, S tier, B? Dare I say B tier? Dare I say? What do you think? Not B. Okay. A definitely? Yeah. Bam. With all those spells, yeah, those are some good spells. like holy cow. Cleric time, man. Oh, the art is just so cool. Like, holy cow. All right, cleric. So like, look at all these, like the scene work and the art is just so good. And there's more up here too. And it looks like they're just coming from all sides. Like that's pretty cool. So they have a D8 hit die as well. Mace. Cool. Chain. Like, why doesn't it say what the AC info is when I highlight over that shirt? Like, why does it give me a definition? It should say, like, 12 plus dexterity, like, or whatever it is. I don't want to have to click another... Like, that's dumb. That's, like, not good. I don't like that at all. That's not good design, y'all. Come on. Why are you trying to make this difficult? Shield, spell casting. Yeah, looks like there's a little bit more here than the bard. No, about the same. So we get spell casting. I think you get a little bit more. You get more spell slots than the bard does for sure. And then, but you can change your prepared spells on a long rest. So I think that's, like, if you compare that to the bard can only change one spell on a level up, but a cleric can change all spells every long rest. So like, that's pretty good. You get training with heavy armor. So the one thing I don't understand is, I mean, there's a lot of things I don't understand. However, if this is a level 1 ability, why is this not just as the core cleric trait? You know? Like, do they not? And then you also get it when you multi-class too, so like that's not a problem. You would get it no matter what because it's a level 1 thing. Like, what is that even? I don't... Whatever. So that's so now looking at cleric from the bard, maybe the bard should be a B if you compare the spell casting. Let's keep going though. Let's keep going. Channel divinity. So you get 2 channel divinities, right? Where are we? You get 2 channel divinities. I should have the book. Let me grab the book. That's the one thing I forgot to grab. Where is it? I got it here somewhere. I got so many books. Should I just do like I should just do a session or a stream where we just go through all the different books that I have on my shelf? Would that be fun? Okay. I got the book here. Oh. Yeah, no. That's fighter. What is this? Bard. We're going to cleric. Because I just want to have this chart. I just want to have this chart available so I can take a look at it instead of having to go up and down and stuff all the time. So we have channel divinity, which is, yeah, like I said, you start out with 2 uses. Oh, so this is a level 2. You don't get this until level 2. It's a level 2 ability. And then at level 6 you get 3. And then you don't get a 4th one until level 18. But here's the thing. You gain 1 expended use when you finish a short rest. And then you regain all of them on a long rest. So like that's pretty good. And then you can do Divine Spark. And you can either like heal or harm somebody. And then, or you can also turn undead, which we all know what that does. Ability score improvement, cleric subclass, seer undead. Whenever you use turn undead, roll a number of d8s equal to your wisdom modifier and add the rolls together. Each undead that fails its saving throw against that use of turn undead takes radiant damage. Oh. Okay, that's cool. Blessed Strikes. Okay. You gain 1 of the following options. Once on each of your turns. So Divine Strike or Potent Spellcasting. Wow. Potent Spellcasting is pretty good. Divine Intervention. As a magic action, you choose any cleric spell of level 5 or lower. As part of the same action, you cast that spell without expending a spell slot or needing material components. Wow. Oh, so you can't like ask them to do something? Oh, so they took away the like rolling for it. They just do a spell for you. Okay. But yeah, you can only do it once per day. Improved Blessed Strikes. The extra damage. Or whenever you cast a cleric cantrip and deal damage to a creature with it, you can give yourself or another creature a number of temporary hit points equal to twice your wisdom modifier. That's cool. That's like 8 or 10. Epic Boon and Greater Divine Intervention. When you use Divine Intervention, you can use Wish. If you do so, you can't use Divine Intervention again for 2d4 long rest. That's crazy. That's such a... Okay. How does this compare? Oh, let's look at the spell list. We got Guidance, we have Light, Mending, Resistance, Sacred Flame, Spare the Dying, Toll the Dead. I like Toll the Dead a lot. Bless and Bane are really good. Guiding Bolt, Healing Word, Inflict Wounds. That's pretty. 2d10, that's so good. Protection from good and evil. Aid is such a clutch spell. Aid is really good. Especially like you could have for like a level 1 adventure, especially for like new players, have an NPC cast the aid spell on them, because it gives you, it increases your HP by 5, right? So it's not temporary HP. Your HP maximum goes up by 5 for 8 hours. And then if you upcast it, it's 5 more. So if you do it at like 3rd level, that's an extra 10 HP for everybody. That's an extra like damage, you know? That's an extra like hit that everyone in your, you know, 3 people, you can do 3 people. Yeah, that's like so good. Lesser Restoration, Silence, Zone of Truth, Animate Dead, Glyph of Warding, Feign Death, Remove Curse, Death Ward, Aura of Life. Whoa. That's wild. Banishment, Death Ward, Freedom of Movement, Stone Shape, Gaish, Scrying, Raise Dead, Summon Celestial. So you can do Divine Intervention as any of these spells. Whoa. Okay, so that kind of is, you can, okay, you flavor the Divine Intervention, or you flavor the spell as a Divine Intervention. Okay. Some of these would be really good, like, have a monument during a combat or like an encounter, some type of encounter that like does some of these things, like Aura of Life, Aura of Purity. What are these other ones? There was some of the other nastier ones. You do the opposite. What's Aura of Life? Vulnerable to necrotic damage. And if you start with 0 hit points, you automatically fail a death saving throw, or you have disadvantage on a death saving throw. Like, throw that in there, and you know, you want your characters to have a tough battle. There you go, nice and easy. Okay. How does this compare Cleric? So it doesn't seem like there's as many. Some of these are really good though. I don't know if it's S tier. You can change your spells all the time. That constant. It is concentration, yeah. Man. What is it S tier? Is it A tier? Is it B tier? What tier is the Cleric? What do you think? Gotta stay hydrated. I'm gonna be taking a break in a couple of minutes. You can see you can't see it. There's like a timer up here. Boop, boop. I'm gonna, let's, A tier. If the Bard is A, then the Cleric is A. Druid. When we come back from the break, we'll do Druid. But check this out. I got something else too. Check this out. It's called Run from the Dark. Folk horror role-playing game. Based on Welsh folklore. Hey, Albiana, Albiana, how you doing? Easy to learn system. It's like a folk horror game. Like the art's really cool. Check that out. This is going on Kickstarter soon, and what I really liked was the map of the world is on like the dust jacket. It's so cool. Really enjoyed this. And there's like the whole travel distances. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, it's really cool. They did a really good job. Folk horror roleplay, called Run from the Dark. It's going on Kickstarter soon. It's really cool. Two bookmarks. That's the way to go. The map again. It's so cool. There's like a little short story. Only the dark will remain when the final fire burns out. So cool. Oh, there's a couple adventures in here. There's encounters. Ooh, lots of stuff. Run from the Dark is a role-playing game about folk horror, the things that go bump in the dark, and existential dread. Yeah. We're gonna do a little look into this in a couple of weeks also. Doo-doo. Yep. We're gonna be taking a deeper look into this in a couple of weeks. Oh, oops. Any other new stuff I got? No, just that terrain. That's like super cool. But you know how it goes. Okay. So far we have we've done the Barbarian, Bard, and the Cleric. And next we're going to do the Druid, but first we're going to take a break here really quick. Thank you all for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I'm going to take a quick break and I'll be back in a few minutes. Greetings, thank you, Biggest Fist. Cheers. And yep, I'll be back in a couple minutes. Thank you. Bam. All right, hey, Biggest Fist, thanks for the follow. Let's go. You came from Twitter. You came from Instagram. What's good? How you doing? Stars for you. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out. We are back, and we're moving and grooving. This is better than the Gram. Yeah. I don't know. I can't really control too much of like what. Oh, hey, Face needs a brush. Let's go. Follow on Twitch. Woo, you get stars too. Oh, thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate you. This is such a nice Saturday. Stay hydrated, y'all. All right, cool. So back to dun, dun, Druid. All right, man. Like I said, the art. I know I keep saying it, but the art is just like pretty good. Deers. What is that little forest cat? Oh, sweet. This is also a wisdom caster. We have D8 hit die, a bunch of skills, tool proficiencies, light armor and shields. That's cool. Leather armor, shield, sickle, druidic focus. Oh, is a quarterstaff, so that's cool. And then we have also going to work on your game. Nice. Thanks for lurking. Every little bit helps. So we get spellcasting right away at level 1, 2 cantrips of your choice. Prepared spells. Okay, so you get prepared spells goes up really often. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. Oh, wow, whoa, okay. So yeah, it pretty much goes up almost every level until 11. Then it doesn't go up as much. But you can still prepare a bunch of spells, which is nice. And that's every long rest. So I do like how they changed it to just like they just put a number instead of making it a math equation. They made it a number in a chart, which is a lot better from last time. Okay, Druidic, the secret language of druids. You always have speak with animals prepared. Oh, cool. Others spot the message, but can't decipher it without magic. That's cool. And then Primal Order. You can choose Magician. You get an extra cantrip. Gives you... You get to choose one? Alright, wait. What the hell? Primal Order. Or Warden. You're trained for battle, you gain proficiency with martial weapons and training with medium armor. Okay. But like, I don't... I guess you pick one of those. Oh, alright. Wild shape, here we go. You can wild shape 2 times, 3. Number of uses. You regain one use on a short rest, and you regain all of them on a long rest. You know 4 forms. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can replace one of the forms. And then the stuff, and then, you know, the max CR goes up, and you can get fly speed at level 8, so that's really cool. You get temporary hit points. This is complicated. Wild Companion is a magic action. You can expend a spell slot or Wild Shape to cast Find Familiar. Oh, and it's only for a day? That's kind of lame. Druid subclass, ability score modifier, Wild Resurgence. Once on each of your turns, you can give yourself a Wild Shape by expending a spell slot. In addition, you can expend a Wild Shape to give yourself a level 1 spell slot. You can do that once per day. You can choose Potent Spellcasting. or Primal Strike. An extra cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. Okay. That's cool. Improved Elemental Fury. When you cast a druid cantrip with a range of 10 feet or greater, the spell's range increases by 300 feet? That's crazy. Yo, hey, biggest fist, I don't know about babies, but I got a dog, and the dog will find anything that I am looking for somehow. I do not understand it. Beast spells. You can cast spells in beast form, except for any spell that has a material component with a cost, or that consumes its material component. Alright. That's at level 18, though. Then you get epic. What's Archdruid? Every 10 years that pass, your body ages only 1 year? That's wild. So cool. That's crazy that you can, when you roll initiative, you regain 1 expended use of wild shape. That's pretty cool. Alright, spell list. Druidcraft, Elementalism, that's a new one. Resistance, Shillelagh, Spare the Dying, Thorn Whip, Fairy Fire, Long Strider, Thunderwave, Speak with Animals, Animal Friendship, Goodberry, Fog Cloud, Augury, Aid, there's that Aid spell again. Heat Metal, Hold Person, Lesser Restoration, Moonbeam. Druid spells, level 3, Daylight, Elemental Weapon, Protection from Energy, Summon Fae, Conjure Animals, Love Moonbeam, yeah, Moonbeam's a good one. Level 2 spell. Water Walk, Wind Wall, Blight. Fire Shield. Resistance to cold damage? Whenever a creature within 5 feet of you hits with a melee attack roll, the shield erupts with flame. The attacker takes 2d8 fire damage. Duration, it's a 4th level spell. It's not concentration. Ancient Paladin. That's a good spell. Moonbeam's a really good spell. Fount of Moonlight. Fount of Moonlight. Okay. That's a 4th level spell also. That's 2d6 damage. That is concentration. I don't know. That seems kind of lame. I mean, I guess you can make people blinded, but whatever. I don't know. Hallucinatory Terrain, Ice Storm, Polymorph, Anti-Life Shell? Fount of Moonlight, that seems cool. Very thematic. But, like, it's but 4th level? And concentration? Like that's like it's like both of those feels like it's too much. Like maybe 3rd level in concentration? But, you know, I'm just some random guy. You know what I'm saying? Cone of Cold, that's right, it's a level 5 spell. For 8d8. It's pretty good. Scrying, Tree Stride. Gaish, Insect Plague, Heal, Hero's Feast, Sunbeam, Flesh to Stone, Find the Path, Firestorm, Symbol, Reverse Gravity, is cool. Regenerate, befuddlement, antipathy, sympathy. One hour. It lasts for 10 days? Wait, what? Crazy. Control weather, incendiary cloud, tsunami, sunburst. 12d6 radiant damage? Whoa. That's wild. Oh, and it dispels darkness? Okay. Foresight, shape change, storm of vengeance? That's cool. True resurrection. Foresight is such a cool spell. Advantage on d20 tests and other creatures have a disadvantage on attack rolls against it. Like, for 8 hours? That's so crazy. Okay, so how do we feel about Druid? How do we feel about Druid? Is it a B? Is it an A? This is tough. Is it S? Compared to Bard. Just the mental image of a druid casting reverse gravity? Yeah, totally. Not gravity inverting. That sounds super funny. So, what I think druid might be an A. But I want him, I think like but it needs to be like a high, it's like a B plus. Does that make sense? Or is like an A minus? It's like, it's not, I don't think, this is tough. They're both really good support classes, but in different ways. And I feel like druids are kind of very easy to make overpowered, I guess. Man, that's so tough. This is tough. This is tough. Okay. Fighter. Just dodging all these arrows coming at him. Look at that. A master of all arms and armor. Here's the yeah, you can choose three different packs of starting equipment, which is nice. Great sword, scimitar, short sword, 8 javelins. And then your hit die is a D10, which is nice. You get con saving throw proficiencies. Nice and simple. Weapon masteries goes up. Second wind goes up, but you know that's all you really need to know. 3 extra attacks. So you get a fighting style, which is nice. Second wind. A D10 plus your fighter level, like that's such a good one. And then you get weapon masteries, which is really nice. So with your starting equipment, you know, you got that great sword and that flail and the javelins. So weapon, you get 3 weapon masteries. So you could get the weapon mastery for all 3 of these. Great sword, graze again. We got flail with sap and javelins with slow. And then even with the B pack, you get 3 different weapons: the scimitar, the short sword, and the longbow. So that's really cool. At least they thought that one through. Action surge, you can do once per short or long rest, which is action surge is fuego. Tactical mind, you can use a second wind to add a D10 to an ability check. Ability score improvement, extra attack, tactical shift. When you use second wind as a bonus action, you can move up to half your speed without provoking opportunity attacks. Action surges, it's so clutch. Like, look at all these things that you get as a fighter. Like this, 2 extra attacks at level 11. What if I did my turn again? Basically, yeah, exactly. Studied attacks. If you make an attack roll against a creature and miss, you have advantage in your next attack roll. Epic boon at level 20, you can attack 4 times. It's so good. Look at that. It's so good. Like, and then, you know, second wind. Studied attack. If you make it, yeah, that's pretty good because that's essentially one of the weapon masteries. Like, the high level fighters are kind of ridiculous. I played one to like level 8, and it was super fun. Okay, so then is this A tier or S tier? So like, man, if you're going pure, like, we're not thinking subclass, we're just these abilities here. It really get like with action surge, you know, multiple attacks, tactical shift, like all weapon masteries, second wind. I don't think it's an S tier. I think it's a. Yeah. Okay. And then monk, Dragonborn monk, so cool. Fighting a bunch of werewolves, and who knows what else. Sick. Action surge, advantage from missed attacks, and bonus action movement without attacks. It's very good. The art in this book is really good. They did a really good job. Cause like I have the special edition cover and the art is just fantastic. They did an and the art in the monster manual, like you want me to grab the monster manual really quick? I can show you that because that one's really nice. But look at that cover. It's so cool. They did a really good job. I got the I have this is the special edition. You can only get this in physical stores. Maybe you can get it on Amazon or something, but yeah, the monster manual. Does this look familiar? Hey, anyone who's played Baldur's Gate 3, does that look familiar at all whatsoever? I wonder where they got this from. But yeah, the art in here is excellent. I wonder what that could be. This is a new creature, Blob of Annihilation. It's a CR23 Gargantuan Ooze. And then what's cool too is like they added like some random tables for a couple of things. Like the new art is really good. I really like the I know some people didn't like this, but I like having the mods and the saves all in one thing like that. And then what's really cool is they did do legendary action, cast a spell, but it is one specific spell. So I think the adult and the ancient dragons can legendary action cast a spell. Like, come on, bro. How cool is that? Shattering the enemy's defenses, an ancient blue dragon leads its armies in conquest. It's so much easier, yeah, at a glance, exactly. Because, like, the thing is, you shouldn't be reading the stat block. You should be using the stat block. Referencing the stat block. I think the stat block should be a reference, not like a read. Oh, the art is just so good. Let me go through more. Glabrezu, Gladiator. No fan of you, nigga. Hook Horror, Homunculus. Yeah, they did a really good job of the art. The Oni. Look at that. Otyug? 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 Otyug. Owl bears, owl bears, owl bears. Shadow Demon. And then even for some of the animals, the art's like really good. And then like the art, like the Yuan-Ti art. What's a Yachlol? I usually copy down relevant numbers when I DM. I feel it. Yeah, no, I have a I use my laptop for my session notes. No, it's not. It's the Abyss. And it's a CR10. Oh, it does do Elvish. Wait, are you right? They do serve Lolth. Holy cow. My bad. That's so cool. That's Fuego. Ooh, Winter Wolf. That looks cool. What is it? CR3? Cold Breath? Yo, it's a wolf that's got a cold breath cone. 4d8 damage. It's only a DC 12, but like still. Like, look for the white, the Will-O-Wisps. Look at that white. Water Elemental, Water Weird. They did such a good job on the art. And then I do like the humanoid stat blocks. So like the warriors, like check this out. So the warrior stat block, we got infantry at a CR 1/8. We have a veteran at CR 3, a commander at CR 10. Even like the vampires. So like check this out. The section on vampires, we have a vampire familiar, a vampire spawn, a vampire nightbringer, a vampire, and a vampire umbral lord. Fandom roles, suggestions for how to use them as NPCs. A little bit, not really. Kind of more of different levels of the same monster. There's a little bit of information on how to use them, but not as much. Like I do I think yeah, some of them do have random tables. Not every single one has random tables, but some of them do. And then what's really cool is I do like you can see the treasure, so you know what treasure tables to roll on. And then so like the troll, treasure none. Trolls don't have no treasure. Unless you want them to. You can do whatever you want. There's new sphinxes. There's 3 different sphinxes, right? So we have the Sphinx of Wonder. We have the Sphinx of Secrets. and the Sphinx of Lore. And the Sphinx of Valor, my bad, there's 4 of them. Solars. So yeah, different skeletons too. I mean, we already had the different skeletons. My bad. Silver dragons. The art is just like fantastic. And then the Dungeon Master's Guide. Who were we just talking about? We were just talking about somebody. There was like a evil goddess in the abyss? No. Who were we? No. Huh. Hey, Warhammer kid, what's going on? Hey, we're looking at art in some of the books. Some evil elven goddess. Like, look at that. Like, some of these images have been they've been, I've noticed they've been repurposing a lot of the images in these books, which I think is a really good idea because some of them are really good. Zugtmoy? I don't know how to. Is this the new DMG? This one is. Yep. Hey, Kiki T. I'm just looking at some of the art because it's pretty good. They did a really good job at the art. Like, check that out. Yeah. The Mycelial Demon Lord. The cover, yeah, this is the special cover that you can only get in person at a physical store. Hey, bro. Check that out. You need something for your Halloween game. The Curse of Demonic Possession has devastating effects. Let's see. Like the art is just pretty sick. Whoa! Fortresses on the backs of dragon turtles rise from the depths, heralding the return of a long-lost dynasty. So those are all that was cool. Session D&D settings. There's a list of D&D settings over here, which is cool. Campaign start. There's a whole section all getting your players invested, recurring elements, player favorites, acknowledge the incredible, break episodes. Oh my god, I need to remember this. This is now I need to have Tritons in a dragon turtle fortress. That sounds really cool. I was apprehensive, but yeah, the art is selling it. It's so much the same. Kiki, hear me out. It is so similar, you are not gonna know the difference. Appreciate it, Kiki. Thank you. The art is so good. But this is really cool. There's some questions in here. Break episodes, Bastions, Carnival episode, Creature Comedy, Missing Pet, Shopping episodes, Special Event, Vacation Getaway. Oh man, someone's pet is missing. The characters must search and connect with locals to find it. Okay, that sounds super fun. I like that a lot. Okay, but then there is setting info. There's a whole like 15 pages on Greyhawk. Yeah. So we got info on Greyhawk. Ooh. There is conflicts. So you can do a whole campaigns of different conflicts. There's a bunch of the setting and magic and the calendar and the gods and a whole info on the city and the neighborhoods. Like I said, there's a bunch of all on the places. I can't. Whoa, nearly 1 a.m. There's a whole map of Earth, the big picture. Yeah, there's just a bunch of info on Greyhawk. Like, how cool was that? Yo, man, the art is just so good. The planes and stuff. Where are we at? All the different magic items are super cool. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, we were just talking about art. We got distracted. It happens. Okay, oh, because we were talking about art in the player's handbook, because I'm actually, you know, have a task. That was a really cool image of the Lady of Pain. We gotta go back. We gotta go back to what we were doing. Monk. All right, monks. They have a D8 hit point die. They get a bunch of skill proficiencies, not as much as some other characters. Weapon proficiencies. A spear. Spear. That's weird. I feel like it would be a quarterstaff, but whatever. 5 daggers. Side quest over. Exactly. So you get when you use unarmed strike and your monk weapons, you can make an unarmed strike as a bonus action. You can roll a d6, and you can use your dex instead of strength. And then your unarmored defense is 10 plus your dex and wisdom. And that, so your martial arts die starts at a d6, it goes up to a d8 at level 5, a d10 at level 11. Yeah, dex for shove and grapple is really nice. And then you get the monk's focus, which is really nice. So you get the focus points. And then you regain all your focus points on a short or long rest, which is really nice. Because the flurry of blows is cool. The patient defense. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. You gotta read this. You can expend 1 focus point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. Patient defense. You can take disengage as a bonus action. Alternatively, you can expend 1 focus point to take disengage and dodge as a bonus action. Step of the wind. You can take dash as a bonus action. And then, or you can expend a focus point to disengage and dash as a bonus action. So you get disengage and dash as a bonus action for free, which is really nice. And the unarmored movement. And the uncanny metabolism. And you do that once per day. Alright. That's at level 2. When you roll your martial arts die and regain a number of hit points. Okay. Deflect attacks. I like that the deflect attacks is now melee or ranged, which is nice. But it's got to be 60 feet. It can't be like super far away. Oh wait. Nope. No, that's doing the attack back at them. I lied. And when an attack hits you and its damage includes bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing, so it can be melee or ranged. Ability score improvement, slow fall, extra attack, stunning strike. On a failed save, the target is stunned. On a successful save, the target's speed is halved. And the next attack roll has advantage. Like, that's stunning. I think this is an improvement to stunning strike. For sure. Empowered strikes, because stunned now means incapacitated. Fail strength and dex rolls. Attack rolls against you have advantage. Yeah. Cause what does incapacitated mean? Definitions. Incapacitated. Cause it's different now. You can't take action, bonus action, or reactions. You can't concentrate. You can't speak. And you have disadvantage on initiative. That's, yeah. Hey, Terra Devastada. Thank you. From Brazil? That's awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. That's amazing. Thank you. I appreciate that. Bard is the best. I got Bard at a B because I just comparing to all the other things. It's so tough. It's so difficult. This is such a tough thing to do. Okay, we're at Monk right now. It's so difficult. I understand. But like B, I would say is still above average. For sure. What do we stunning strike, empowered strike. You can do force damage instead of regular bludgeoning. You can do evasion, acrobatic movement. You can move vertical surfaces and across liquids on your turn without falling. What? At level 10, Flurry of Blows is 3 unarmed strikes. Patient defense, and you also get temporary hit points. Wait, you didn't get temporary hit points before, did you? No. And then heightened focus, self-restoration. Foregoing food and drink doesn't give you levels of exhaustion. That's pretty good. You can deflect attacks that deal any type of damage. That's really cool. Bard Metallic Rock. Oh yeah, that metal bard is really cool. So next week I think I'm gonna do all the subclasses. Yeah, next week I'm gonna do all the subclasses. Disciplined Survivor, proficiency in all saving throws, and you fail, you can expend a focus point to re-roll it. When you re-roll initiative, you regain focus points. Whoa, uncanny metabolism is what? I will definitely be there. Yeah, I'm excited. Superior. Oh, wait. Okay. What was it? When you roll initiative, you can regain all expended focus points. When you roll initiative and don't use uncanny metabolism. Okay, so okay, I get it. So every time okay, I get it now. At the start of your turn, you can expend 3 focus points to bolster yourself for a minute. Resistance to all damage except force damage. Epic boon. What is chapter 5? I want to see these epic boons, you know what I'm saying? What was it? Boon of irresistible offense. Strength or dexterity increases by 1. Bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage you deal ignores resistance. When you roll a 20, you can deal extra damage equal to the ability score increased by this feat. Wow, that's really good. Holy cow. That's wild. And then body and mind, you have developed your body and mind to new heights. Your dex and wisdom increased by 4 to a maximum of 25. Thank you so much, Terra Devastada. Have a good one. Thank you for stopping by, and I appreciate it. Gracias, amigo. Okay, so is this Monk? It's an A. Is it a It might be S tier because of all of these movements, all of these things you can do with the focus points. Yeah, Monk is S tier. Oh, Bard is so good too. Ugh, all of these things are so good. It's just a belt. Yo, look, check the, hold on, I gotta show you this. I don't know what these items are supposed to be, but that's just a WWE wrestling belt. You can't tell me it's not. All right. Character classes continued. Championship belt, exactly. Exactly. See, you get it. Boom, boom, dun, dun. No. There we go. All right. Paladin, Orc Paladin, wild, so cool. I don't even know what these are. They look like demons or something. They definitely did though. Oh, oops. There we go. Orc Paladin, check that out. All right. See, we got a D10 hit die. Simple and all weapons, all armor and shields. But channel divinity, prepared spells, only up to level 5 spells. But we do get lay on hands. We get spell casting, and you can change spells on a long rest. Only one spell, but it's on a long rest, which is nice. And you get weapon mastery. And it's 2. I don't think it upgrades. I think it's just that. Yeah, it's just those 2. Hey, thank you, Warhammer Kid. Take care. Have a good one. Do-do-do-do. Weapon mastery, fighting style. Get a fighting style. You can take Blessed Warrior, 2 cleric cantrips. Okay. I don't know. I don't really like this. I'd probably rather choose a different one. Paladin Smite. You can do Divine Smite once per day without a spell slot. Channel Divinity, you can do Divine Sense. Subclass, ability score, you can attack twice. Get Faithful Steed, okay. Once per day without a spell slot or protection. 10-foot emanation, always. Oh, unless you're incapacitated, it's always going. That's at level 6, that's pretty good. Abjure of Foes. You can target another number of creatures equal to your charisma modifier. Frightened for a minute? Okay. Aura of Courage. Immunity to Frightened. Radiant Strikes at level 11. Restoring Touch at level 14. Aura Expansion. Epic Boon. Do-do-do-do-do. Huh. Is this a A or is this a B? Thank you, Warhammer Kid. I appreciate it. Is this a A or is this a B? Well, let's look at the spells. Compelled Duel. Divine Favor. Divine Smite. Aid. Like I said, Aid is such a good spell. Protection from poison, Prayer of Healing. Whoa. Second level. Prayer of Healing is a good spell. Warding Bond, Zone of Truth, Crusader's Mantle. Alright. Dispel Magic, Elemental Weapon, Magic Circle. Aura of Life. Banishment, level 5. Greater Restoration, Raise Dead, Summon Celestial. Circle of Power. Boom, boom, boom. That Circle of Power is really good, holy cow. Banishing Smite. That's cool. So what do you think? Is this a A or a B? Where are we? Oh my god. It might be. I think I'm. Is Paladin a B? It's just not speaking to me. What about you? How does it make you feel? What does that even mean? I'm gonna put it at B for now. Right. Ranger. Oh. All right. Dexterity and Wisdom. We got a D10 hit die. That's nice. Bunch of proficiencies in weapons and armor. Spellcasting. You can change one spell on a long rest. That's nice. Paladin just seems like it has been nerfed badly since 2E. I think the power of the Paladin comes in the subclasses. But we'll take a look at that next time. But I feel you. Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it for me. So level 1, oh, we also get Favored Enemy. You always have Hunter's Mark prepared. You can twice without a spell slot per day. And oh, it goes up? That's pretty good. And they're a half caster also. As you see, they can only go to level 5. And then you also get Weapon Mastery, Deft Explorer. So you get expertise in 2 skills, 2 more languages. You get a fighting style. Extra attack. Speed increases by 10 feet. Two more expertise. You can give yourself temporary HP and decrease exhaustion on a short rest. Relentless Hunter. Taking damage can't break your concentration on Hunter's Mark. Okay, that's wild. Nature's Veil. Precise Hunter. Feral Senses, Epic Boon. The damage die of your Hunter's Mark is a D10 rather than a D6. Boon of Dimensional Travel. Blind Sight within 30 feet? Okay. How are we feeling about this? I don't know. I feel like as a ranger, this does a better job than the last one. Yes, I feel like it's a lot better. It's not, I don't think, it's not a B and it's not an S. Like, some of these are like pretty good. You're a ranger buff? My roommate is too. I also think it might be a playstyle thing. We're gonna have a break coming up in a couple of minutes. You can see that ad starts. Can you see that up there? Is that? I mean, only on Twitch and YouTube can see it, but YouTube Shorts can't see it, or Instagram. All right, what spells do we get? Alarm, detect magic, entangle, such a good berry, hunter's mark, jump. Go ahead now, jump. Aid, there's that aid spell again. So good. Lesser restoration, find traps. I see it. We gain blind sight and 5th level spellcasting. Yeah. Locate object, pass without trace, protection from poison, conjure barrage, meld into stone, speak with plants, water walk and wind wall again, daylight, lightning arrow? Whoa. That's a 3rd level spell? I don't know if that's worth it. Conjure woodland beans. Da -da -na -na. Stone skin. Commune with nature. Conjure volley, greater restoration. Swift quiver. It's concentration. Tree strike. So swift lightning arrow. Oh, as a bonus action, you can make 2 attacks. That's what's non-detection. Oh, that's cool. Because you only get 1 attack as a ranger, right? Oh, you do. You get a 2nd attack at level 5, but that's it. You don't get more. Conjure volley. Hundreds of similar weapons fall in a volley and then disappear. 40-foot radius? 20-foot high cylinder? 8d8 force damage? Oh my god, that's a lot. Non-detection as a ranger spell is always good? Yeah. Freedom of movement, grasping vine? Alright then. Dominate beast. Here, you wanna make, like, here's a couple of good things to add some environmental stuff to combat. Grasping vine. Come on. Within 30 feet, melee attack, 48 bludgeoning damage, and it pulls to it. Like, add that into an encounter. You know, give it like 4d10 HP. Volley of great axes sounds awesome. What else? Spike growth. There's a couple of things you could use, spells you could use for summon elemental. That's cool. For like elemental or environmental things, for sure. All right, I'm gonna take a break, and then when we come back in like 3-4 minutes, we're gonna do the rest of the classes. It's gonna be a great time. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. I really do. I don't know. And we're back. A dinosaur story. Haha. That one's for you. So you want to be a dungeon master? Haha. Clip this. Alright. On to Dusk View. Onto Rogue. Man, the art is just so good. On to Rogue. They also got a D8 hit die, dexterity, lots of skill proficiencies. Leather armor, daggers, short sword, short bow. Ooh, lots of weapons. So that's cool. Banger art once again. It's so good. Like, they did a really good job. Oh my god, I love going to this. This is one of my favorite pieces of art in the book, like by far. Look at this. Check that out. Like, what spell is this artwork for? Can you tell? Do you know? Like, it's the shape change spell, and it's two rival mages shape changed into a beholder and a behir while fighting each other. Like, how cool is that? Shenaniganry. Yes, exactly. Pure shenanigans. Shape change. Level 9 spell. You shape change into another creature for an hour. It is concentration. You gain temporary hit points equal to the hit points of the creature. The spell ends early if you have no temporary hit points left. So, like, it is concentration, though. So that's, like, you want Warcaster for that, for sure. Dang. That's real good. Alright. Side quest over. So I have an this is a super old Amazon Fire tablet that I got the Elgato Stream Deck app onto. It's great. It's so helpful. Side quest over, lock in. Okay, rogues. Expertise, sneak attack. We all know and love. See, this is like what I love about like the fighter, the rogue. Have really simple like class tables. 10d6. Holy cow, that's crazy sauce. Sneak attack, thieves can't. You get 2 weapon masteries, which is nice. Cunning action, that bonus action, dash, disengage, hide, is super classic. Steady aim. That was a Tasha's feature, right? That wasn't in the original book, I don't think, or was it? Was this a 2014, or did they add that in later? Cunning strike, I do like. See this, the art again, it's so good. Cunning strike, I do like the cunning strike. Tasha's? Yeah, I thought so. Can't drink any more tea. This cunning strike, when you deal sneak attack damage, you can you can spend sneak attack dice to do extra stuff. So poison, you can they can make a con save or they get poisoned for a minute. Trip, if they're large or smaller, dex save or they fall prone. Withdraw, you can move up to your speed without provoking opportunity attacks. Like, how cool is that? And then you get more of them. Okay, so we do the uncanny dodge, we know that one. We know evasion. We know reliable talent. Yeah, it's extra stuff. Improved cunning strike. You can use up to 2 cunning strike effects when you deal sneak attack. And then there's more that we get daze. Con save, or it can only do a move, action, or bonus action. Knock them out, so they can go unconscious, or you can blind them. Like, that's really cool. And then proficiency in wisdom and charisma saves. No attack roll can have advantage against you unless you're incapacitated. If you fail a d20 test, you can turn it into a 20 once per short rest. Okay. Is this this might be S tier now. Man. Oh, that's so cool. Is this S tier or is it A tier? This might be S tier. Because it's so simple and easy, but also very flavorful without the subclasses. I think S also. Also, this music is perfect. Like, it definitely catches the feel of a rogue without having to add a subclass. Sorcerer. I haven't played a sorcerer yet. I really want to. Man. Dazzling mage filled with innate magic. So we got a D6 hit die. Wait, are sorcerer, warlocks, and wizards all at no? A warlock is a D8. The art's like, dude, they did a really good job with the art. You get saving throw proficiencies in Constitution and Charisma. So here's the thing: of the spellcasters, of Sorcerer, Warlock, and Wizards, Sorcerer is the only one that has saving throw proficiency in Constitution, right? Wisdom and Charisma, Intelligence. Yeah. So sorcerers are more likely, the way they changed. Yeah, exactly. So they're better at concentration saves, and they're better at counterspell. Currently playing a rogue at your table. I think they did a fantastic job with a bunch of the classes, including Bard, Warlock, Barbarian, Rogue, and Cleric. Yeah, I think so too. Like, and that's the thing. Hey, Dild, it's like Dild. It's like, I still think B is a good grade. Like, C is normal, like average. You know, I would say C is average. So I think all of these are above average, like already for sure. Look, what's the average? I guess, like, I would say Paladin might be. Is the Bard? I don't know. Like, should it be like this? You know, that might be better. No, because Bard's a really good support class. This is so tough, y'all. back at it again. Okay, sorcerer. We get spellcasting. You can only replace spells when you gain a level, which is kind of lame. And you 2 spells? Like, I mean, you get 4 cantrips, but gee. Oh, sorcerer. Yeah, it's okay, Johnny. Pronounced like tip top. Nice meeting you. I just really love the class designs. I do too. Is the wizard seems lacking? They seem like they haven't really changed much. Maybe even lost a little flavor. Yeah. I do like the new counterspell, but I do think, like you said, it does feel like it's more out of the wizard, like the wizard isn't as good as counterspell anymore. However, now that I'm thinking about it, that we're talking about it right now, sorcerers and warlocks are more closer to magic than a wizard is. Like sorcerer, the magic's in their blood. A warlock is getting magic, like direct magic from something, whereas like the wizard has to learn it. So when you're counterspelling something, you're attacking the magic. So I could see a sorcerer or a warlock being better at that than a wizard because they're more connected to magic. Does that make sense at all? Good. Well, did that make any at all sense? I have no idea. Okay, but the innate sorcery is wizards are by the book, while sorcerers are by the blood. Oh, wizards are by the book, and sorcerers and warlocks are the book. The wizard field's redundant. There's always room for intelligence caster. Yeah. I don't think I was always necessarily looking for new from these classes. Yeah. I feel it. It feels like I think the thing with wizards are the breadth of spells. You get a bunch of spells. Like, that's what the wizard does. And then I also think that we need more wizard subclasses. We only got the 4. So I think once we get more with these new books that are coming out, I think that'll be a lot more helpful in getting some more flavor to the wizard. And like, I do think, like, if you have a sorcerer, if you have a party with a bard and a sorcerer, you don't need a wizard. You're gonna feel redundant for sure. Especially since the bard can take wizard spells. Okay, cool. So, you have this thing called innate sorcery. As a bonus action, you can unleash that magic for 1 minute, and the spell save DC goes up by 1, and you have an advantage on attack rolls with your sorcerer spells. That's really cool. The wizard feels non-improved. Yeah, it doesn't feel improved. I love wizards, most subclasses. I'd love to see more generalist that feels like Merlin or Dumbledore. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that 100%. I just think we need more subclasses. The wizard it's just like, I feel like the spell selection is like what makes the wizards different than necessarily the like class or subclass abilities. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the divine intervention and the cleric and warlock stuff for sure. Yeah, where did I like the cleric stuff, but it just felt so underwhelming compared to the things that these other classes can do. It doesn't help that anyone casts is fireball. Yeah, totally. I feel that. Wizards only casting fireball. So we get oh, and then you can also do the innate sorcery twice per long rest, which is nice. We get sorcery points. We get meta magic. And then when you can change meta magic options, which is nice. Then you get 2 more at level 10 and 2 more at level 17, which is really nice. If you have a lore bard in your group or a sorcerer, you don't really need a wizard, yeah. Except for maybe ritual casting it. You don't really need a wizard. Akin to a warlock, yeah. There are some nice warlock spells that really give it flavor. I ritual cast fireball? No, wouldn't that be? That's delayed blast fireball. They already have that. Sorceress restoration. When you short rest, you can regain expended sorcery points. Oh, do you only get... sorcery points? Only on a long rest. Okay. So that's good. Level 7. Spend 2 sorcery points to do innate sorcery. Whoa. And then, okay. When your innate sorcery is active, you can use 2 meta magic options. So this is crazy. It goes from level 7 to level 19. It goes level 7, level 19. Even delayed blast doesn't take 10 minutes to cast. Arcane Apotheosis, Epic Boon, meta magic options. So they did change Twin Spell, but I think it's fine. I think this is more closely what they meant last time. Yeah, Sorcerer does have some cool new stuff. So like, however, I think ability score improvement. I think they got the sorcerer bit down, especially with this innate sorcery, the font of magic, and the meta magic and stuff. However, yeah, I'm not sure how it worked with 3 and 3.5 myself. I think it is much more balanced now too. But is a sorcerer, how do we rank this? I want to give it a B. It's just not, there's not a lot of features. Like, it seems like most of your like stuff comes from your subclass rather than the class. So I'm gonna stick with B for now, and maybe it might change. Who knows? All right, Warlock time. It's not. Oh, what was the song? It's not Warlock. It's not. Forget Warlock. No, forget Brat Summer. It's Warlock Flaw. It's Warlock Fall. Literally duplicated the spell. Oh yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, doubling the spell is a lot. Okay, Warlock. The art is just so good. Like, man, they did such a good job on the art. So we got a D8 for the hit die. Yeah, it's so good. Thanks for all the emojis. I love the emoji wall bouncing around everywhere. The ranger, all the art. I really love the art. You missed it. We were going through we were going through the art in the Dungeon Master's Guide and the Monster Manual for like 15 minutes also. Warlock features. I really like Warlocks. I'm a really big fan. I really think the Eldritch Invocations like give you so much flavor, especially with how they changed. You can add charisma to more than just Eldritch Blast. Like you can modify more cantrips other than Eldritch Blast. Like that is so cool. Pact Magic. I love Warlocks, but you only played it once, so you can't comment on 2024. Yeah, it's. How are they enjoying it? Magical Cunning. Warlock subclass ability score, contract patron, contact other plane. Up to 5 questions with a 1-word answer. That's crazy. Okay, that's cool though. The Fey Warlock specifically, he seems super thrilled about it. All right, I'm really happy that they included the Celestial subclass. Also, I think it's good to have like an evil, a good, like the Fey neutral. I think it's really good. That sounds super fun. Mystic Arcanum gets you the like other like a level 6, 7, 8, and 9 spell. I really like that. Once per day. Oh, it's so good. Epic Boon. You regain all when you use magic. You regain all expended spell slots. So that's cool. They changed it. You only get 1 at level 1, or was it 2 at level whatever spell slot? Eldritch Invocations, cantrips, prepared spells. Mystic Arcanum is so good. It's so good. It's so good. No, I want the spell list. Here we go. Eldritch Blast, because you can modify Poison Spray, right? What was it? Agonizing Blast. A Warlock cantrip that deals damage. Blade Ward. So this one, so Chill Touch. Chill Touch, Eldritch Blast. Mind Sliver. Poison Spray. Thunderclap. Toll the Dead. True Strike? No, I mean, True Strike does that. That's like 6, yeah. No, but no, it doesn't need to count because that's what it does. Right? Yeah. So, yeah. It wouldn't need to count necessarily. Because if it's changing to your charisma, it's gonna do, you know, like a D8 plus your charisma modifier. Unless it means in again, which I don't think it means again. Cause I don't, does it deal damage? Does True Strike deal damage? It doesn't deal damage. It modifies damage. You roll separately for Agonizing Blast? So maybe when it gets to level 5, it just says if it deals damage. So like I think it's not, the attack is not dealing, the spell isn't dealing damage. It's the weapon. I don't know. What's it called? Let's D&D agonizing blast, true strike. It's questionable if agonizing blast can be used with true strike to begin with. No. What about booming blades, movement damage? Is the attack from True Strike both a weapon and a spell attack? So you make a weapon attack or spell attack with True Strike and deal damage. Yeah, so I wouldn't, what I would do is I would say it would only work, I would say it would only work with the extra radiant damage. But not the like base weapon damage. But like at the same time, I would rather have a bunch of those others instead of True Strike. Like that would be one of my last choices. How is it worded? Choose one of your known warlock cantrips that deals damage. The spell itself has to deal damage? Yeah. I wonder if yeah, no, that is, it's way better as that for sure. Will it let me? Cool. Oh, manage character levels. Agonizing blast. Well, oh, that was a 2014 character, that's why. Okay, so where are we gonna rate the warlock? I think also I really like warlocks, but I like them because of the subclasses. And so if I'm just rating it as the class, the base class, I don't know if I can give it an S. Is it an A tier or is it a B tier? I don't know, that's so tough. What do you think? A or S? See, I'm not talking about subclasses at all. I'm only talking about the class features. So that's why it's so. I mean, so I put a sorcerer at a B. Is it equal or better or worse than a sorcerer? Should the sorcerer be up at an A? I don't think so. Do sorcerers get... They do get level 9 spells. Okay. Say an A. I like Warlock a lot more than Sorcerer. I mean, I do too. I'm just trying to make sure I don't have a bias here. See, that's what I'm saying, is it feels like the Sorcerer and the Warlock here are getting most of their, like, flavor from subclass and not necessarily, like, class features. That's why I'm having a hard time. Yeah. I'm gonna go. No, I'm leaving it as a B. Sorry. The art is just so good, y'all. Come on. You can't tell me the art is not good. Wow. Whew. Sorry about that. Gotta stay hydrated, y'all. Thanks everyone for watching, hanging out, stopping by. I think Warlock is more interesting to RP than a Sorcerer. Yeah. Lock, or Sorcerer also depends on their role. It's so tough. Hey, Mabula Tube, what's going on? Warlock's getting an A. Sorry. Alright, Wizards. Wizard time. Wizard time. Wizard time. Wizard time. Wizard time. Wizard time. They only got a D6 hit die. There's much more flexibility and versatility. Pact and relationship rather than being born magical. Yeah, that's fair. I know. I'm just trying to like take. I'm attempting to take my bias out of it. However, man, Warlocks are so cool. Alright, Wizard, the last one. I'm an actual sorcerer, by the way. What do you need? Do you have any spell components? That would be super helpful. Or like, can you slap together like a Fantasia? Spells, so you get 4 spells prepared at level 1, 3 cantrips. You only get 5 cantrips? That's kind of lame. But you get a bunch of spells prepared. A bunch of spell slots. Reagents? Yeah, exactly. Need reagents to cast the spells. Spell slots. You regain all at a long rest. You can change them on a long rest. Ritual, spells, arcane recovery. Is good. Oh, you get expertise in something? They didn't have this in 2014. Did they? They didn't have that in 2014, did they? Roll a 20 and I can link you a Fantasia. Let me see. It's an 8. Sorry. I don't have a bonus to persuasion either. Memorize spell. You can change one spell on a short rest. That's cool. Okay, so this is what's messed up. Level 5. Level 18. Yeah, that's cool. Choose a level 1 and 2 spell. And you always have them prepared. You cast them without expending a spell slot once per day. Ever played Spire? I haven't played Spire. Clerics can be better with expertise and those knowledge skills, which is a bit of a Debbie Downer. Yeah, like, I could see... Like, would it be weird if every class had one expertise? That's what I'm saying. Signature spells, like, that's great. Epic boon, ha ha ha. Like, this just feels like fucking nothing. Like, it really doesn't feel like much. Nah, that would be amazing. Signature spells. Yeah, I know, but it's cool, but like, it's not till level 20. And it's, you gotta know how to use them. It's like getting good. It's like, yeah, having fireball and being able to like I got a transmutation wizard in my game right now, and that's been super cool because they're transmuting all these spells to different stuff, especially because we're on like wooden ships. So yeah. Is wizard a C? I think I'm giving wizard a C. Yeah, they get a ton of, yeah, bards get a ton of stuff for sure. Like, reminds me of when WoW was first released. Yeah, me too. I like wizards. It's just like, and that's the thing, it's only just the class abilities, not the subclass stuff. Like, that might change. Next week we're gonna take a look. Next week we're gonna rank all the subclasses, so I'm really excited about that. That's gonna be super cool. Next Saturday we're gonna do that. But yeah, should I change any of these now? Barbarian, why not be a lore bard and then be good at charisma too? But you can pick like 10 spells. Mate, gonna have to go. Have a great one. Thank you so much, MabulaTube, for stopping by. You can just pick wizard spells you need. Yeah, exactly. You can, like, as a bard, you can just pick dematerializes. Yeah, we can get power word death and all that stuff. So how we feeling about this ranking? Do I need to change any of these? I don't know. I feel like this is okay. And this is just like my opinion, man, you know? Lore Bard feels much more impactful. Yeah. Lore Bard does feel a lot more impactful. But yeah, right now we have a transmutation wizard, and so like that's been really cool. That's they've been really fun to dungeon master for. Yeah, it does. Like I think the bard like the class features do a good job at like setting it up as a bard. It's just some of these other ones do a better job, you know? Like this is so hard to do, tier ranking. Yeah, this is. I feel it. I feel it. I love them. Loved them since 3rd edition. The 2024 Wizard just isn't really like. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I'm waiting for. Do we have no. Where is what? Oh, they got a playlist? Oh, they made a playlist? Cool. No, where is media? Where are the not the Sage Advice? Where's the like Unearthed Arcana? There we go. Come on, Craig. It's almost impossible to objectively rate when most classes can do multiple jobs. Yeah, that's the thing. Cause like that's where I was trying to take out the subclasses and just go like by the base like stats. Like, does it work, you know? But, you know, 2014 feels like bards could sometimes step over the rogue's job. Now in 2024, yeah, see, they did that. Yeah. Also, the rogue has the stuff they can do with the sneak attack dice also. So like, oh, I think that is that the uncanny strike. My bad. But yeah, they definitely distinguished the rogues and bard because it really did feel like you had like 2 skill monkeys that did really similar things. Just one played an instrument. So what's this? So we got this Scion update. Is this only Scion? Yeah, I don't really care about this. I want arcane subclasses. Here we go. So they did these. Yeah, I feel it. So I like I said, you know, they're so similar. Like there weren't much changes. So we have here's these new. They made a conjurer, an enchanter, a necromancer, and a transmuter. So what is this? This is arcane archer, the blah blah blah. Tattooed warrior, conjurer. Here we go. Teleport up to 30 feet as a bonus action. You got that conjuration savant. Oh, transposition goes to 60 feet. When you summon a creature, it gets more temporary hit points. 2014, it felt like Bard and Rogue were competing in terms of being that skill monkey class. Now Bards are still jack of all trades, but Rogue feels more specialized. Yeah, exactly. It does feel more specialized, for sure. Focus Conjuration. Taking damage can't break your concentration on conjuration spells. Like, that's the stuff I want to see. You can modify the spell to do 2 creatures instead of 1. That's kind of cool. Enchanter. Proficiency in one of the skills. Enchanting Savant. Hypnotic Presence. You can charm a creature. Awesome. Split enchantment spells. See, these sound a lot cooler. Yeah. Necromancy. Spellbook. You get resistance to necromantic damage. Okay. Alright, that's cool. Find familiar. Oh my god, you can get a skeleton or zombie familiar? That sounds way better. This is so much better. See, this feels like a good sub, like some flavor to it. Grave power, decrease exhaustion. Ignores resistance to necrotic damage. Your undead are a little stronger. Harvest undead. After you become bloodied, you can take a reaction. This is cool. I like this. I like this. Triggering something and becoming bloodied, I think is cool. Undead Thralls is great. Animate different creatures and your familiar is undead. Yeah, they did a really good job. Deathmaster. I really like using things that scale. Using those numbers like spell slot level, modifiers, proficiency bonus. I love using those things to scale over time. Bolster Undead as a bonus action. Gain temporary hit points. You can have your undead explode. I love that. That's awesome. Yeah. You gotta have the scaling stuff. It's gotta scale. Because Find Familiar now scales then too, right? Come on, man. Game rules, spells. This isn't what I use. Cool. So yeah, you just get to use come on. You just get to use Find Familiar. That's super cool. Skeleton or zombie. Because it's super simple. Player's handbook? Oh, they put it in the player's handbook? Nuh-uh. Did they really do that? They did! Zombie? Zombies right here. If you're a halfling, you can ride it. That's awesome. And then what was the other one? Zombie? Or a skeleton? So cool. Wait, a dire peacock? Where's a dire peacock? Where'd you get that from? CR0? Dun, dun. Lil, that's awesome. So cool. Okay, well, I need to save this. Download the image. No, we'll do that later. I'll do that off camera. But yeah, there's our tier list, everybody. Not too shabby. Florida. A dire peacock, where do you get that from? Florida. Yeah, somebody in Florida definitely has. Oh, is it a new creature? Is it in the monster manual? How do you get a dire peacock? I don't know, you find one. Alright. There you go. That's awesome. I love it so much. Giant fly is also an alternative. Yeah, that okay, that's pretty funny. Yeah. My God, just use a giant fly. It doesn't do anything. Oh my God, that's so funny. Yeah, absolutely. Like, what does a peacock do? Hey, bro, I'll let you use a giant peacock. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Awesome. Well, thank you all so much. So a flying mount, yeah, you can get, yeah, exactly. Who are we gonna raid out to? Let me find somebody to raid. Following. What? We'll raid into Rin. Yeah, how does that sound? Rainbow Chocobo? That sounds awesome. That's pretty cool. Alright, so we're gonna raid into Rin Vixen. I was in Castleton with them. I don't know if you, Castleton is super awesome. You should totally go check it out because there is a Kickstarter. So Castleton was this like big 100+ person actual play D&D that was like, yeah, here we go. It was equal parts, like, what do you call it? Game of Thrones and Bridgerton and Hunger Games, like all in one, and it was super cool to play in. Oh my God. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. And yeah. Well, oh man, you missed it. It's called Castleton. They got a Kickstarter going on right now. You should go check it out. It's like super, like, they're really fucking cool. Seriously. But it's gonna raid out in just a second. So, oh, I didn't do it yet. Never mind. My bad. But that's what we're gonna do. Go check out Castle. It's like super cool. Like, it was really fun. Because it was like a floating city in the sky. And it was like 2 seasons. Like we went super hard in it. It was super fun. Yeah, definitely go check it out. 12 days to go, and they're from Australia. Start raid. Awesome. So yeah, thank you all for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. I'll be back next Saturday. We're gonna rank all of the subclasses this time, or next Saturday. Yeah, it's gonna be a super great time. Thank you all for stopping by and hanging out. And if you like the cool map that's down here, this cool map, and that the scenes that I have behind me, those are all by Chepaku. So go check out. You know Chepaku, right? That weird name that you don't know how to pronounce? Yeah, them. No, not that one. These people? Yeah, I got permission from them to use their like maps and stuff as backgrounds. So yeah, go check them out if you ever want to. But yeah, thank you all so much for stopping by and hanging out. I really appreciate it. Find me everywhere as Craig of Inspiration. You know, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, Threads, TikTok. I'm all over the place. So yeah, thank you all so much for stopping by and hanging out, and I will see you all in the future. Take care. See, like this, that's from Chepaku. They're letting me use their scenes.